Today, I'm going to test a dip powder by Nailboo. You know, the company that says you can get salon quality nails without leaving the comfort of your home. So let's give it a try and see if it's really true. Welcome back to Aloft Aloft. Today I'm going to do a full set using Nailboo dip powder, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion of their product. But let me know in the comments if you've ever tried this brand before. So the color that I'm going to use for this video is Date Night, which is like a candy apple red. The set comes with a base coat, activator, top coat, and it also includes a build powder, which is like a base, along with a brush to dust off the powder, a cuticle pusher, and a 4-way nail file. Now, I will say I am not a fan of this nail file, and I highly doubt that I'm the only person that feels this way. I've only used it once, and you can see how it looks after one use. So I decided to go out and purchase a buffer set that would hold up way better than the file that they gave me, and I knew it would get the job done. So two things that I didn't show that's also included in the kit is their little instruction booklet, as well as a bottle of cleaner for when you go to take the nails off. So I'm just going to follow their instructions, and the first thing that it says to do is to push your cuticles back before you apply any product or any powder. And they also recommend not getting any product or powder on your cuticles. Here I'm opening their product that's called the base powder. So I'm going to start with this, but before I do, I first have to apply the base coat to each of my nails, which is what they have labeled as number 1. So I will apply a base coat to each nail, and then I'm going to dip that finger into the base powder, and then I'll use the little fluffy brush that they provided in the kit to dust off any excess powder once I'm done. Now that that's done, I'm going to set the base powder aside for now, and then I will move on to the color powder, which I said this one is Date Night. But first I need to remove the seal because I haven't used it before. Now that that's done, we're going to take the number 1, which is the base coat again, and apply another coat to each finger. Then we're going to dip those fingers into the red powder, basically repeating the same steps that I use with the base powder, except this time I'm going to dip each one into the color powder twice just to make sure that each finger is coated good. This is how it looks after one dip of color, but I'm not finished yet. We're going to repeat that same process and apply another coat and dip the nails once again 2 times so that we can fill in any white areas that were missed the first round through. One thing to be careful of is to not get any product on your skin or on your cuticle, as it will cause the product and the powder to stick to your skin when you're dipping it. It's really no different than when you're painting your nails, except when this dries, it's a lot harder to get off. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the product so far. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, sweetheart. What are you waiting for? Okay, now that the powder has been applied to my first hand, I'm just going to repeat all of those same steps on my other hand. Starting with the cuticle pusher, then moving on to the base powder, the color powder, redoing the color powder once again to make sure that I don't miss any spots. Powder is done and has been applied to both hands, so now we'll move on to number 2, which is where I apply the activator, which will act as a hardener for the powder. And this is how they look after applying one coat of the activator. So the instructions say to apply one coat of number 2, then file and shape the nails before applying another coat and then moving on to the top coat. So here I'm just using the sander, which again I purchased separate, but I'm going to use the sander to file down any sharp or rough edges. And I have to say, luckily, because I've done this once before, maybe 3 weeks ago, But luckily, this set turned out way better than my first attempt 3 weeks ago. When I was at this stage, my nails last time were very bumpy, and that's when I realized I didn't actually like the filer that they provided with the kit. But I will say overall, I like the results, but I did have to do quite a bit of work to smooth them out last time and get them not so bumpy and more of a flat to the shape that I liked. So once I'm done filing, as instructions say, I wash my hands and then I apply alcohol to every nail just to make sure that they're clean and dry prior to applying a second coat of the activator. Once the second coat of activator dries, then I'm going to go through and apply my first top coat, which is number 3. Now, I have to say this smells and dries just like super glue. As you can see from the top, I had a hard time getting this open, and I've only used it once when I did my last set, or I should say my first set. But I had to use teeth to get the top open because it dried just that hard. And it smells, again, just like super glue. So if you don't like the smell of super glue, you might not want to use this set. But once you apply it, it does take it from being that dry, shiny look to being a super bright, very pretty look as any top coat would. And here are the final results. Nails complete. I did the second top coat off camera, and I have to say overall, I really do like the product. But leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of Nailboo, or if you've tried it or if you're thinking about trying it. Either way, just leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.